everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I am your host, DBoss. You can catch me weeknights at 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on CaribVision. We're in 28 different countries, including the UK. Also, if you're not there with CaribVision, you can catch CaribVision on BellFibe in Canada, channel 658, and through the various cable companies through the United States. And if you just missed that, or you didn't weren't at home to watch TV, then you could go to my YouTube channel, which is DBoss Networks. Subscribe, share, and you could watch all the wonderful guests that I've interviewed in the past. But I just hope that everybody's been doing their 15 minutes of laughing every day, because that helps you to keep you youthful. It helps you if you want to warm up your vocal cords, if before speaking, if you're doing something. It helps release a lot of the endorphins. It also tones your abs. Doesn't mean that you have to stop going to the gym, but you could just keep doing. And if you don't have anybody to laugh with, just put on something funny that you know, or call somebody. But if you don't have anybody to call, just you could sign up for laughing classes. Yes, people, they have laughing classes for people if they don't have anybody. But anyways, what you put out is what you're going to get back. So we just to manifest. But anyways, I'm going to hear one thing from our sponsor, Miss Joanne James from Vital Steps, Vital Health, and I'll be right back with our next guest.
Welcome to your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. I'm Joanne James. Today, we're talking about exercise snacking. It's a fantastic way to fit exercise into your busy schedule. Exercise snacking is about taking small bites of exercise throughout the day. And it could look like this, anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes of movement in some way, shape, or form is an exercise snack. You can, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs up a flight. Or you can go for a brisk walk for 5 minutes. If you're watching TV, you can sit down and do some stretches, or sit and stand to work those legs. When you're at work, do some stretches at the desk. All of that is exercise snacking. The beauty is it does not require a membership, and neither do you need equipment. So take advantage of those small pockets of time that you have throughout the day to do some form of movement. You'll feel great. I'm Joanne James, and this has been your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. See you next time.
Thank you, Joanne James, for that tip. Healthy snacking doesn't mean to go eat food, people. It means to just take a break. If you've been in the recording studio for hours and you didn't get up, you've just been sitting in that one position, she's just telling you to get up, move. I'm a bad habit. I sit down, maybe say, oh, I'm going to get up in 10 minutes. And next thing you know, it's half an hour. Next minute, it's an hour. Next thing you know, it's 2 hours. And I've been sitting down and I haven't moved. So that's what it is, to get up and do some kind of movement to keep the circulation going. But anyways, my next guest, you got to take a real, I guess a little bit of caution in dealing with him. But it's not that type of caution. But anyways, with no further ado, I introduce to you Caution.
Yes, greetings, world. I'm there.
You're there? Well, I see a
Yes.
lot of things, so you're taking a little bit of the notes.
We're there.
All
It's
right.
a wonderful feeling to be here with you,
Thank you. Well, I just want to know, and everybody else wants to know, what's your cultural background, even though everybody can hear it, but we want to know where you come from.
Well, I was born in Antigua. I'm from St. Paul's, Antigua, out in Falmouth. Grew up on the ocean in that part of the island, and it's a beautiful place to be, wonderful place, Antigua on a whole, but more so where I'm from, where it's just freedom, wonderful place to be.
All right. So Antigua, this is a second guest for Antigua. I haven't had anybody. I really thought you were going to say that you're from Jamaica, but I guess not.
No, sir, Antigua, I come from.
Well, yes,
Born there. Yeah.
Born and raised Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes, Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah.
Well,
I was born in Antigua. I spent a lot of time in New York. I was taken there against my will, you know what I mean? You know, when your parents feel that them know best and them carry you to these other foreign places and take you out their element, you know what I mean? But Antigua was just never too far from me, you know. So
Okay. Well, that's it. Well, at least you're keeping up with your culture and you're keeping up because you're hearing now a lot about Antigua and all of a sudden in the last couple months everybody's talking about Antigua. So I guess now it's really I remember a long time ago the flights used to sometimes when they used to before they came over into the other islands they used to stop and land in Antigua to pick up people and then go on.
and then continue the journey. Yes, 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 yes.
So a lot of us landed in.
Antigua was the hub, you know. It was the hub. Now all the other islands kind of just, you know, grow and move on to different things. Now you find less of that, but it's still a busy place enough for that. You know, you don't get away for that. Antigua is a great place, and you know, we get a lot of people there traveling through, passing through a lot of times. You know, so it's a wonderful thing.
Wow. Well, at least people pass through. Well, they had to sit at the airport for a little bit, but then it went on.
Yeah.
I think they let you get out, and then you could walk around a little bit, and then come back into the flight because we had to wait.
Yes, yes.
But they didn't let you take your luggage out. They just just
No.
carry on if you want, or they just said leave your carry on and just take your purse and.
Yeah. You might not want to leave if you walk with your luggage, so they want to make sure you you come back.
Make sure that you're coming
Yeah,
back.
make sure you come back.
All
Yeah.
right. So Caution. So how did you come up with your name Caution as an artist?
Well, I didn't come up with it. I've a lot of people seem to think that I just got up one day and gave myself. Coming from the Caribbean, which a lot of West Indian people can attest to the same thing. You grow up in a community, and one foolishness you do, and somebody just stick something on you, and you can't seem to get it off. That name itself, I've been called that name from ever since I was a child, and it stuck. It's not something that I grew up with in the way where I named myself that. We just take it and run with it. As well as I had other names but I didn't like them names so much, so I could just push them aside and grab onto this one.
Well, it's a good name. It's a good name.
Yeah.
I guess people have to, proceed with you with caution. They want to do something.
Yeah. We kind of live. I've been living my life in that way, and in my speech with other people, and just communicating, just living and speaking in that manner, caution, because life is just a funny thing, the way things has been progressing around us, over time.
All right. So when did you know when you wanted to be an entertainer? Like you have people in your family, or is it just you just said, you know what, I'm just gonna get up, I'm gonna do this?
Well, music is something that was always around me. It wasn't something that I had to look very far for. Musicians on both sides of my family, both father and mother side, they were there. And it was just something that was, you turn to the left, it's happening. Turn to the right, it's happening. If you, I had my uncle Ted, who had a band when I was a youth. I used to go with him to help him set up at the hotels and so on. So, and that was my little gig. I used to get like a $20 back then. Back then, that was a lot of money, And as I was there, you're around the other musicians that you find that unknowingly you realize that they're telling you stuff that is going to be embedded in you that you're just not going to get away from. And no matter how you twist and turn it, it was always there. So it's just something that manifested itself over time.
Okay. All right. So do you consider yourself, is it a reggae artist or can you do other stuff?
Well, um, reggae has always been my thing. Reggae music itself has always been the music of my choice, the genre that I gravitate to, more so because of the message in the music
Okay.
itself. I don't, I'm not fighting any artist that wants to do different types of music and so on. But I believe as an artist growing up, you need to stick to one thing and grow within that one thing. Once you reach to the place where you're comfortable and your fan base is comfortable with you, then you start branching out into other things. The way the music business really is, and it's very finicky how the music business run, is that um your fan base itself have a hard time locking on to you when you're doing too many different things at one time.
Okay.
They don't know, you confuse them. It's so the business work, you know what I mean? If you understand the business as an artist, you will understand well what you really need to do and what you just don't do. Not because you're capable of doing it, you just sometimes you just leave it alone. It's like a soca artist, calypso artist, reggae artist, you know, R&B artist. Not because you can do all them different genres of music means that you should be doing it. You know,
Okay. Okay.
it's confusion after a while, you know.
Yeah. But a lot of reggae artists lately are doing things with people from Trinidad and other soca
Yeah,
artists. They're not changing
yes,
their,
it's timing. It's timing, you know.
yeah.
It all has to do with timing, and you basically got to a point where okay, my fan base knows me for this. So
Right.
if I go and do a one-off thing, they will accept it and receive it. But
Okay.
still, my fan base knows me for this. Like right now in my career, if I decided to go do a one-off tune with somebody that is not within my norm, you more find that it's acceptable.
Okay.
But to be doing a bunch of different tunes, you're
No.
kind of
Like
confused.
like Afro beats or
Yeah,
reggaeton or something. Would that be considered like a one-off for you?
yeah, it's a one-off thing for me because that is not my thing, you know.
Okay. All right. And okay, so if you had the opportunity to work with somebody and do a collaboration, if it doesn't matter, which three people would you pick?
Which three people? Wow, and nothing. Them three people. the list long. you
I know.
know,
Okay, well, I'll give
it's
you
a
four.
new.
I'll let you have four. Okay, Caution.
Well, I would have to say third world for one because I've done so much work with them behind the scenes, but I've never done anything where we can say it's a caution and third world
Oh,
thing. You know what I mean? Although I've toured with them for years and I've worked with them in the studio and so on, but never that. And I look forward to the day that we can put out a tune where is third world and caution or caution and third world thing. That is one. That is my main thing because it's family. You know, family.
okay.
I was at one point I was gung ho wanting to do something with Shaggy.
Woo!
Um, um, Damien
Okay.
at and I still would like to see if that can come to life at some point. But everything is in time. My brethren Red Fox, who we have been friends for a long time, and is an artist that I truly admire. And I actually have a song coming out with him. So looking forward to that finally. Finally, and looking forward to doing more work with him. You
All
know,
right.
so them artists, them four artists is like yeah.
Well, you never know here at Real Life Matters. People I was watching next to know, bing. Oh, I didn't know he wanted to do something with me.
Yes, man. You know,
And they
said the
reach
boss, you make it happen.
where's my money? That's what
Talk to my people.
best talk to your people and talk to my people. But but people have done it. That's why I ask people, because some people, they sometimes you want something and you don't know, and sometimes they don't even know that you may be even thinking of them. In like look at Busta Rhymes. A lot of people didn't know he was from Jamaica.
Yeah, that I realized. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And
But
now he's got a list of collabs of people he's going to do stuff with, and
wonderful.
and that's because I don't think he really did that before, but I guess he realized that over the years now it's working.
Yeah, it's gonna put him into a different light now that you didn't know even existed.
Right. So
Yes.
I know you said you work with Third World. So who else have you worked with, Caution?
Well, over time it's been a lot of people. I have a tune with Gentleman, Jai is the Ruler. And I did that song with Gentleman at a time in his career when he wasn't known. It was so long ago. I was affiliated with a studio in Jamaica, Cell Block Recording Studio, which was owned by my brethren Sylvester Garden and Buju Banton.
Okay.
And at that time, I had the opportunity of working with a lot of different artists, a lot of different musicians while I was there. And out of that time frame, that tune with Gentleman, which is really powerful tune. And as you can see, Gentleman went on to be one of the biggest reggae artists, who is a non-Jamaican, a white guy from Cologne.
Okay.
So that was a good lick, going forward from that, with the touring, I've pretty much shared the stage with almost majority of the reggae artists that you can think about in this time here. Some who are not here anymore, I've worked with them. Dennis Brown, Greg Isaac, Steel Pulse, Maxi Priest. Majority of the dancehall artists have shared the stage open for them throughout the years. It's the list is long, so long. Sometimes it's hard to even remember, even quarter of the names, because it's almost every artist you can think about have shared the stage with them. The reggae artists and R&B artists. I've toured with I did a short run with Monica and Silk at the time. There's another artist there from Atlanta. Can't name slip me for right now, but yeah, we did some stuff with them back in the day, and it was a good experience with those artists. And then some of the soca artists, and that we had the pleasure of sharing the stage with, which for me, coming from Antigua, is always a good thing for me when I get to see the other soca artists them got fused with the reggae shows, because it shows that the reggae world was starting to embrace the other parts of the Caribbean. So that was a great feeling for me when that started to happen, and you see what it's doing right now, big things.
So when you're thinking, you write your own music, right?
Yes, myself. I do a lot of writing, and Maurice Gregory, who I co-produce, who has been my music director and co-producer with a lot of the work that I did in the past. So we both write a lot of songs together. Sometimes he might write the song, sometimes I might write the song in its entirety. I might start a song, halfway through it he will come and add to it. So
where do you be? Are you in the studio? Are you sitting in your backyard? Or you just saying, you're driving down the street? Oh, you know what? This is a song. This is what I want to do.
Well, yeah, I tend to come up with a lot of ideas when we're on the road. when I'm either driving or whatnot, I will in the car by myself. We spend a lot of time talking to ourselves when we're on the road.
That's true. As long,
I, I,
you
I
may
remember,
answer back yourself, but it doesn't mean anything.
it's funny, because I remember one time I did an interview a couple years ago, and it was the funniest question I was ever asked. And the disc jockey, the announcer, asked a weird question. So when you're driving in your car and you're talking to yourself, I said, what? What do you mean talking to yourself? That sounds like some mad thing. But he was asking me, say, yeah, man, sometimes when you're by yourself and you're in your car and you're talking to yourself and you're singing to yourself, what do you sing to yourself? And I started to really give it some serious thought, and I said, something, you're right, because when you're driving down the road and you're by yourself, some of the wildest thoughts for me as a musician start rushing into your head, and sometimes you get some real good melodies at that time, and by the time you put your foot on the brake, the melody gone.
That's why that's why you're supposed to tape it, because a lot of people.
Yeah, well, yeah. But he had a good point. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
A lot of people say they lost a lot of good songs, and because they thought they were sleeping, they got up and said it, but they didn't tape it. They said, "Oh, remember that."
They didn't tape it. Yeah, that's why them smartphone thing that you see them make now is a good thing, because it have the little press and record button on it.
Yes.
So any idea that come, my phone, I have about 3 phones that I don't use no more, and don't want to dash them away. You know why? Because the phone them having all kind of ideas for songs that we don't want to lose.
Wow.
So sometimes I just revert back to the phone and pull up one or two things. Say, boy, the idea, you're wicked, Boom, record that.
Well, a lot of people said they lost a few things too. So
yeah, enough people I know said the same thing.
They said they'd be mad they can't remember it for nothing. It's like, oh my god. But anyways, so tell us about this song, Back to My Roots.
Back to My Roots. Well, Back to My Roots was one of the last songs that I recorded for this particular project. The mission is in progress. I was going through the project itself. The mission is in progress. We were recording that whole slew of songs for that project for a while. But when I had gotten sick, and I was going through this whole period in my life, and everything was going kind of 50-50. It wasn't sure where it was going to go, and I was going into a major surgery, and I started talking to Maurice about this song, Back to My Roots, and I said to him, listen, we have to record this tune here. So let's sit down and just kind of start penning it out, because if the situation was to go left, I wanted to record this song here, Back to My Roots, so that it would be the last song I did. So that's how the song Back to My Roots came into fruition. So that's the gist of it, and we started talking about life on a whole, and it was for Maurice and I, it was life, because the song itself, though we had the lyrics in our grasp and we were writing it spawned a whole heap of conversations about where we were as two men, and how where we were coming from and all what we were doing. So we were talking about a lot of things over a 4 months period while we were putting the song together. And we just started talking about back to my roots, you know what I mean? Back to the roots where I'm from. At the end of the day, just take me back where I'm from.
This is Antigua. All
Yeah,
right. Okay, here we go. We're gonna hear some of it. Here we go.
yes, back to my roots.
Back to my roots, to the place where I come from. I return like the prodigal son, to the place my feet was planted. Back to my roots, every day I feel the elevation. Higher heights and higher meditation, to the place that I'm most wanted. Yeah. Life and its direction, I don't know where to turn. But if you take this journey, there's a lesson to be learned. There's a price to pay for knowledge, experience taught as well. Keep your trust in the Father, keep believing in yourself. Back to my roots, to the place where I come from. I return like the prodigal son, to the place my feet was planted. Back to my roots, every day I feel the elevation. Higher heights and higher meditation, to the place that I'm most wanted. Yeah. I am just a vessel to be filled within the shell. Back to my foundation, I remember it so well. Experience and its mystery, the stories I can tell. Sometimes we need reshuffling the cards that we've been dealt. Back to my roots, to the place where I come from. I return like the prodigal son, to the place my
Woo! It's good. It's good.
Back
It's
to
good.
my roots. Yes.
Woo!
Yeah.
A lot of people can relate with that song.
Oh yeah. And I think as Caribbean people, you know, we sometimes we leave the land where we come from and you know put it in the background so far. Sometimes we forget where we come from and what it really did for us as people and how it brought us into where we are today. So I think sometimes we have to remember that side of it, you know. So for me, like I said, you know, Antigua never far from me. It's in my DNA so far that you know just carry me back to that place, man. You know, that's where I am who I am. You know,
Wow. And
you
the
know,
words and the melody and everything just so smooth.
yeah. Antigua, me
Oh,
come from, you know, at the end of the day, yeah.
all right. So tell us about this one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah, come on, baby. Yeah, that tune, bad tune. Bad tune. Red Fox. We recorded the song. Um, what? Yeah, about 7 years ago, but we never
7
did anything.
years.
Yeah, the song was recorded about 7 years ago, and we never did anything. So many things was going on in our lives, both artists and personal and otherwise, and the touring that was happening at the time when we did it, and it just got kept moving backwards and backwards and back. And we just say, you know, something when the time is right, we will we will release it. And this the time was right now, so you know, we just get everything together and say, boom, now is it? Now is it?
Boom.
Back
Boom.
to my
Boom.
roots.
Boom. Here it
Come
is.
on,
Here's the
baby.
boom. Come on, baby. Here we go.
Yeah.
arms to be CAUSION. Alright. Red Fox. Rather we got them see with them African kick it twice, kick it twice, kick it twice, kick it twice. It's time to put my shoes on, get on the floor, cause the vibe feels right, and everything's nice. I hear a bird is singing a sweet little song. Now it's time for me to show just how to get it on. We're gonna dance the night away tonight. And if you feel the way I feel, it's alright. Hey, come on, baby, let me show you. 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 Come on, I make me bubble brace up on me pants buckle. Select a nuts and chuckle, make me hold it like a couple, yeah. 2 shots for the double. 1 for your pain, another 1 for the struggle. Free up your brain and get comfortable. Rocking out with swaying all night on a level. I did not mean to offend you, but later on we are going to make a move for me to tell you, because you want to than a sauna. So blessed and fluffy like me sweet marijuana. You know me glad you come on, yeah. Let me show you how we do it on the corner. Okay. Come on, baby, let me show you. 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 Let me show you. Come on, baby, let me show you. Come on, baby, let me show you. Come on, baby, let me show you. Now it's time for us to show how to get it on. Here the DJ is playing. Oh God, it's our favorite song. So just stay in my arms as the night moves along. You feel it feels so good. You got nothing to lose. We're gonna dance the night away tonight. And if she feels the way I feel, it's alright. We're gonna find sing, turn up down about the sun ice. You got to be the run up, you're the general choice, yeah. Make me bubble study up and make nice. CAUSION Red Fox here tonight. Come on, baby, let me show you. Come on, baby, let me show you. Come on, baby, let me show you.
Woo! Oh,
Yes, let me show you.
I like it. I can play that again. I can play that offer. Come on.
Yeah, just rub off the music, you know, just play it until it rub off.
I just say, look, cautious. I'll finish this after. We just go to the song. It's a really good song. That's a
Yeah, give thanks, one. Yes.
the beat, and it's and the voice. Oh, and the everything
Yes.
was mastered perfectly.
Yeah. The team did a good job with that one. Yeah.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people I can't wait to send this out. People can play it. All of them. Okay, so tell us about thank you.
Well, thank you has become a very powerful and significant tune for me personally, because I have so much in my life that I am humbled and I'm thankful for. Um, I wrote that song. I was in Dallas when I wrote that song. I was on a project over there, and while I was writing that song, I didn't really know the real reason, because sometimes when things are coming to you, you know, the Father is working in mysterious ways. And I wrote that song. We started recording that song. We went on tour. And so much time had passed, and you know, it just got on the back burner and kept going further back. And we came off the road, and I said to Maurice one day, listen man, we need to go start work on these songs and finish them up, because so much time was passing, and we were working on other songs and compilations for other people's projects and so on. And you know, we did some one-off tune here and there, but the actual Mission in Progress album was just not getting close. So I said to him, when we came off, look, I could start work on them tune here and finish them up. And what song you want to work on first? And I said, let's make sure we finish Thank You first. And we started working on that song there that day. And we pull up everything because all the voices, the vocals was done already, the harmonies were done. Musically everything was done. It was just really to start mix the tune and then go get it mastered. So while we was there, we was in the studio, just the two of us. I was sitting on the floor, and Maurice pull up the tune, and it's just a situation that just, it was just unbelievable how it all happened. I sat down there and just started listening to the song, and the tears just started to run out of my eyes. And while I was sitting there, I don't know what was coming over me, but we the song had just resonated in a totally different way. And 1 week after that, I was in the hospital.
Wow.
You know, I was in the hospital. I woke up. I went for just a minor procedure. And while I woke up a day and a half later, and that's when I learned what was actually happening. So the song itself now became known more for that situation. And a lot of people thought I wrote the song after that. But I wrote the song before it, right? Before that whole situation happened. And it was just how the song just started to resonate in such a more powerful way for me. And even now, so it means more to me than anything else. Because it is, I think that sometimes we as people, we go through life not appreciating the simple things that we have, and how important it really is to us. Just the people around us, and we spend so much time arguing and fussing over frivolous things that, you know, in life really means nothing. For me mostly is creating the greatest memories that I can create, because at the end of the day we have nothing. We can't take none of the stuff that we accumulate in this world with us anywhere. So the memories for me is like means more, is the ultimate goal. It's like the lotto, you know. So when you spend so much time now starting to understand the meaning of life, and what you need to spend more time appreciating, you start to really appreciate yourself and the people around you even more. So the song itself, Thank You, came more to me than that. And I hope that that in the growth of it, and in my growth as becoming a better artist, a better human being, a better person, that I hope that I get to instill that message into more people, for them to grow and feel that way. Because it's, you know, so easy. Everything that I had accomplished in my life at that time, right, was gone. We could have been gone in a minute. I have an opportunity to make some serious changes in who I am, and hopefully I can make some serious changes in the people that are around me and that I interact with. Just, you know, just simply look at life totally different. Appreciate us, appreciate the people around us, appreciate the things that we are given, you know, and just be thankful for it. And remember, you have to give thanks to the Father for just getting up, because nothing is really promised to us.
True.
You know, nothing. And throughout this journey that I have been on so far, and the people that has come into my life, you know, I am so grateful.
Yes.
You see, the humbleness now, where that part is coming into play, is that some of the people that I've met along this journey that I am on now, is that some of them are no longer here anymore. And, you know, a few of them I had the opportunity of dialoguing with them along the way. And you know what I realized that happened is that at the end of the day, it didn't even matter to them how much money they had, or what they had, or the material things that they had. They just wanted their life.
Yes.
Right? And it's you can see the changes, and you can see exactly what we need to be focusing more. We need to learn how to love each other and love ourselves and love the people around us. You know what I mean? And just love this thing we call life. You know? So and be thankful for it. And thank you.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
thank you. Well, we're gonna hear this one, and people you heard what he said with the message, so keep that in mind while you're hearing the song. All right, here we go. Thank you.
Every day I rise, I worry about the pressures of life. Yeah. When you're about to win, there is always a fight. Now what does it take for a man to rise with a smile on his face and give thanks and praise for all that's been done? Jah, let me thank you for all you have done. Jah, I will give thanks for all you have done, yes. Jah, let me thank you for all you have done. Jah, I will give thanks for all you have done. I've been blessed over and over again. There's been times I felt like giving in. As sure as the sunrise, you should never take your eyes off the prize. Behind every sad face, there's always a smile. Jah, let me thank you for all you have done. Jah, I will give thanks for all you have done, yes. Jah, let me thank you for all you have done. Jah, I will give thanks for all you have done. Don't let
Woo!
Yes, man.
It's
Yes,
perfect to be.
yes,
You just
yes,
be
yes.
meditating, you're having a little drink or something, or and you
Yes,
just think about it, right?
yes, yes. We have so much to be thankful for that. We must never, ever, ever forget that. Yeah.
Right. All right. So what's up next for Caution? What are you gonna be working on now?
Well, right now we're working on the promoting of Deep Blue. I had the opportunity of working with Mitzi and Howard Allen on this
Oh,
project.
I
Yeah,
ain't know you're working with them. Okay, what's you?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I doing their thing. I interviewed them.
yeah, so I had the opportunity of working on this project, and we started this project here for a while ago, and then COVID came into play, kind of just delayed the whole thing, throw a monkey wrench in the wheel, you know. And but we're here, and we got to the point whereby the movie came to completion, and it's on the way now. I am sorry.
It's
I'm one of the. I had the opportunity of becoming one of the actors in the movie. So look, really, I'm happy about that, because it was always something that that I wanted to do. We do a lot of stuff when we're creating these videos for these songs and so on. But this was a different thing, and I was really happy to have gotten the opportunity to do that. So come, we're going to be in Canada
yeah.
for Comfest for the movie for Deep Blue to help to promote it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm excited about that because I haven't been to Canada in a long time, especially Toronto.
Woo!
Um,
Toronto. Yeah, that's everything all
yeah,
happens here.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to being there for that. Um,
Well, you'll have to
and
look us up. But I know that the handler will let me know where exactly
Yeah,
you are.
yeah, man. We need to hook up and
So we can see
sit
all in
down and vibe
person.
for a little while, you know. Yeah,
All right.
but that I'm looking forward for that, and you know, really watch just sitting down there and watching, you know, wow, the boy up on big screen now.
Well, it's always nice when you see yourself. You know, sometimes you have to say, "Wait, is that me?" You know.
Yeah, you know, it's the work, you know, it's really about the work, and really just enjoying the fruits of the labor itself, and
Yes.
watching what has become, you know.
And that's going to open
Mm.
a lot of doors. So you might get some other acting opportunities.
That would be great. I would love that. Welcome that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd
It's
really
good
love that
because you
because I'm an
guys know,
artist, you know.
yeah, because you know how to perform. So a lot of the filmmakers come to the the artists and ask them because they know how to perform, they know how to look, they know how to do this, so they can act it very
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. That I'd really embrace that whole concept, that whole idea there, you know. But yeah, it's just a different thing. But and then Antigua, you know, it's for me is Antigua for me has so much talent in it, so that I welcome that whole thing to be able to spread not just my talent, but to be able to expose Antigua, the name Antigua, and just the Antiguan people and so on. So I really look forward to that, and I hope one of the things is that we encourage a lot of Antiguans to come out and watch this movie and
All
watch
right.
them
Well,
and
it
watch the
doesn't gonna be
cast.
Antiguans alone. It's gonna be all the Caribbean and all the people gonna be coming out.
Yeah, that that I'm looking forward to. You know,
Yes. All right. So,
looking
are
forward
there
to
any
it.
shout outs that you want to give to your people or anything?
Well, you know, I just want to big up my family in Toronto, and um in Canada on a whole, because you know we're scattered all around the place. This family of mine, you know, is a very big family. So you know, I want to make sure we big up the family up there. I want to make sure I big up your listeners, and thank your listeners for their support, and make sure them hit up the music, and you know, just
Go
stream
and
and
stream the
stream.
music and pay for
Yes,
it, people. That's how they get into the ratings. Like I can't encourage that no more. Stream it, buy
yeah,
it, so that they can get into their the artists. That's how they get into their stuff.
yeah. We just want to encourage that on a whole. You know what I mean? Just share it, and just
Yes.
let other people know about it. Don't hold it and be selfish and say, no, nobody hear that tune, yeah, my tune.
Or we're gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to some of these after I finish here. But anyway, anyways, can you if people want to follow you or book you, where can they find you?
Well, you can log on to dreadstopmusic.com. That's my website. You find all the information that you need on that website there, dreadstopmusic.com. You can catch me at on Instagram, caution underscore. You can also caution Antigua's reggae ambassador on Facebook. So you know, yeah, once you
You're
type in
you're
caution,
all over the place. We got different people. You gotta really take note.
yeah, well, you know, Antigua Reggae Ambassador, you know, that once you type in that, is it's bound to come up,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So type in that one. This is Tegan. All right.
yeah, Antigua Reggae Ambassador.
All right. And you got to come back, caution, when you have some other stuff. We welcome you back. I welcome you back to come back and tell us. And, if you got something new happening or something you want to tell everybody, this is where you come on Real Life Matters. So, this is your matter. So we're here
Well,
for you.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to I hear a little birdie tell me about a thing happening in January. So you know, I'm hoping that
Yes,
the birdie come back and talk to me a little bit more
yeah.
about that thing there, you know.
I got to talk to the handler to get to you.
And we know if we can point them in the right direction. You know, that is easy.
All
But
right.
yeah, man, we have enough things to talk about, and we really look forward to it. You know, there's always a little bit of excitement going on around us. Sometimes sometimes not with me, with the other people around me and so on. So
Yeah.
like we like to share it,
We always like that, the artists. I have some that are not shy. I got DBoss. I got something else. I'm coming on. All right. So they send me the music, the picture. They're done. Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Caution, it has been a pleasure talking about your journey and telling us all about yourself, and people got to know you fully from here. They just didn't get a little piece of you. They got a whole. They got enough to say, You got,
finally learn about
check
my
his
boy
music
there.
out and check his stuff out. Because this is not, this is a veteran.
Yeah, we've been around for a little while, Been around for a little while. But I want to thank you very much for having me.
I do want to thank the viewers tonight for tuning in. Real Life Matters with me, DBoss, and hear Caution in his journey. So thank you, everybody. Good night, and bye for now.
One love.